Hey guys, it's your girl Natanika, and today I'm taking you from this bald head, skittle diddle, edges looking how they looking, to this. Alright, let's get into it. So first of all, I just had my hair in some scrunchies. I had already moisturized it before I started. Didn't want it to be too dry when I put it up into the braids. Just want to make sure that there's no breakage or anything from the style that I was about to do. So I go in with my duck clips. Basically, I just parted my hair into two sections just to make sure that while I'm doing one side that I keep all the hairs on the other side out of the way, because it's very easy because the locks are so small for me to just accidentally grab one and pull it into the wrong side. I use the Bobbi Microlocs. I bought these at the beauty supply store. They were just $7.99 a pack. So first things first, I'm just gonna go in and start parting my sections. So the style that I wanted to do some pipe cleaner bangs, I guess you would call them, at the front. So I parted out a little section in the front for that. I wanted to make sure that the row wasn't too small. I didn't want to put too much strain on my locks because they are still babies. So I left out about 3 rows in the front, as you can see. And then for the back, I started with cornrows at the front and did 3 rows for that as well. Just because it makes it easier, since they are going to be cornrows, for me to have 3 locks to put into since it's a 3-strand braid basically. So I take 2 strands of this Bobbi hair. They kind of come attached with like 2 Microloc extensions per strand, like they're attached in the middle. So I combine 2 of those and I use 1 section for each lock that I have in each row and just start cornrowing. So I basically just stopped all the cornrows pretty much where I want the bun to be. So it wasn't that long in the front, and then I just secure it at the ends with a rubber band. Now for this side of my head, since I'm only showing you the first side of my head that I did, I actually later on in the video you'll see me doing the twist for the petal buns after I've already swooped all of my hair up into a bun. I found that it was a lot easier on the other side for me to do those twists individually as I was going along, and then securing the ends with pins and then just adjusting it afterwards. It just made life a lot easier for me. So in the back, initially I tried to cornrow the back. That was a mess, absolute mess. So I just decided to do individual braids. The braids in the back go a little bit longer than the cornrows in the front, but that's just because they're going to be going up to the top of my head since I'm doing the buns kind of high. And I secure those with a rubber band as well. I was definitely feeling myself here. Hair wasn't even done, but this color is so cute. Alright, so now this is where I just swoop everything up into a bun just to start twisting and doing the petals. So with this hair, it's a little bit different than like traditional petal buns that you would see, just because they're a lot smaller. So basically what I did to create a similar effect was I combined a few strands of the hair. I want to say maybe about 10 of these Microloc strands and twist it. Basically just a regular twist like you would normally do. And I twisted it basically tight enough so that there was enough tension that it kind of curled back on its own. And then once that was done, I just pinned it back into place. And I just did that over the entire bun until it was complete. And then later on, I'm just going to situate them and create the full effect that I wanted. But for the most part, that's all I did for the entire bun. Now for the bang, I twisted on this side. Again, I did do it a little different when I got to the other side of my head. I actually braided those first and then started twisting, just because I started to think that maybe twisting was putting a little bit more tension on the microlocs that were at the top of the twist here, because they were going to get twisted again. I felt like with a cornrow, it wasn't going to pull as much on my hair, and I wanted to create as little tension as possible with this hairdo. So for this, again, the trick is that you're just twisting it tight enough that it starts to kind of curl up on itself. It looks complicated in the video because basically I'm trying to twist it and keep it in the same direction as I'm wrapping it around. But as long as you're keeping that tension, it's a lot easier to do than it might look. Now again, things are a little bit different on the other side. After I finished this bang, I actually decided that I like the look of a smaller bang a little bit better, because I felt like these bigger ones were not hanging the way that I wanted them to. So instead of using 2 strands like I did with the cornrows, I ended up going back in and just using 1. Now here in the video, you see me taking 2 strands again, and going around the bun. This is because the bun wasn't as full as I wanted it to be, and I still had a lot of hair left over. I basically used 2 packs of the Microloc extensions on each side of my head, and I had a ton of hair left over, so I decided to make the bun fuller by wrapping the 2 strands around the bun that I did have and just going in with the same twists like I did before and filling in the spaces that looked like they needed a little bit more hair. For the most part, wherever I twisted the hair, I just kind of let it lay there. And at the end, I secured it with pins just to keep everything in place. Alright, so this is how I did the other side. Decided to do a little 2-color action, blue and purple. Was feeling very anime character here. Thought it was so cute. I actually kept this style for just about 2 weeks, but I absolutely loved it. I just didn't want to do too much damage to my hair. And that's pretty much it, guys. Super simple, super easy hair tutorial. Say it.
Okay, guys, up next we're gonna do truth or dare. Your tone, Michael.
You just look so dry. You have to like.
Okay, up next we're gonna do some truth or dare.
Nice, that was a good one. Okay. Okay. So truth or dare? You go first. Pick a truth. Pick truth or dare.
Okay. Truth.
How many locks do you have?
You don't remember? No, it's over 400 or something. I think
it's 418.
Close.
How come I remember and you don't?
Because you do.
And it's your hair.
Okay, I have to know these stuff.
I mean, you should.
Okay, 418 locks. For what?
Okay, ask me truth or dare.
Truth or dare?
Dare.
Okay.
You have to dare me something.
I dare to pick your nose on camera.